I even think that is I don't even accept that role.
Stand at this angle because the sun is coming.
Oh, sure.
For a job, for a paycheck.
However, it suits you better, man. You're the professional here.
That's the way I see it. You know, this offends some people, and, you know, they're entitled to their opinion, but I just don't see, let's say, nurses and fishermen in the same classes. I don't see.
Yeah, no, three apparently, three classes.
Yeah, ready.
Too simplistic.
Ready?
Too simplistic.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Content over everything.
Greetings to Content Over Everything. And today, me, Pavlov, I've prepared something slightly different. You know, it's just a very short speech about the stuff that I'm planning to do in the future. So, you know, for many Sundays, this place has been ruled by drama. This kind of low-budget discussions and beef between different peoples, where they just start name-calling and bitching and moaning about different things. And you know, I think it really gives Speaker's Corner a bad name and a bad reputation as a place that shouldn't be taken seriously. It should be only taken as a complete joke. You know, it's fucking Speaker's Corner. It's just a joke. Everybody just insults each other, and I really don't like that stuff. You know, there's a lot of childish conflicts originated by the collision of different whims of people who are more interested in going to camera and getting some viewers, which is not a bad thing. You know, it's always good to have some viewers, but the way you attract those viewers is what really matters. Because if you attract them by sheer stupidity, for example, if you, I don't know, Jackass, for example. I mean, Jackass is a bad example because it's actually rather interesting. Yeah. It's pretty funny, but when you think that you are very clever and when you actually act like it, but in reality you're only spewing out bullshit, that's the worst of things. And you know, based on all the things that are going on Speaker's Corner that I don't appreciate too much, I would like to propose to, you know, especially to Content Over Everything, which is the channel I've been most affiliated with in the past. It's the most, you know, impartial channel. I wanted to do a little bit of a resolution to the problem of the drama queens and the clown kings of Speaker's Corner, who have been, you know, filling this space with all this garbage, and you know, to take the attention more to the more intelligent arguments, to the more intellectual things that are going on here, which are basically going unnoticed, completely unnoticed because of all the other bullshit. You know, as you know, I usually come a little bit prepared with some stuff here because it's very useful. It's useful to have something prepared for you, to not go around the place too much, not go around the bush. You know, as you know, it started with the stuff with the SCWR channel, but blah blah blah. I'm not gonna go into that now. But I've decided to devise a little bit of an interesting resolution to this, to all this drama stuff. Because when I give intellectual arguments, nobody listens because it's boring. It's fucking boring for me to start talking here and start giving a scientific example and start saying this and that and that. So you need to make it a little bit more interesting so people actually are captivated by it. And the solution to that is a series. It's a series that I want to do that I like to call the Elimination series. What does this mean? In this series, I'll bring research and counter arguments for all the lovely little groups in Speaker's Corner, all the different ideologies that compose this place that I like usually, but sometimes you know, some of them I like more than others. But what I will do is that I will put them through the test, through the logical test of their ideology, and this is basically a natural selection process that will leave the more intelligent arguments, the ones that actually have some basis and that actually stand up to criticism, and it will greatly discredit the ones that don't have that kind of credibility, that don't have that kind of intelligence and research done into them. You know, if the ideology I argue against is able to somehow defend itself, I will leave them be for a certain time and criticize another one. At least for some time, at least until I get some better counter-arguments. But no, I don't intend on kicking out people from here, from Speaker's Corner. It's like what happened to 10, for example. I don't appreciate it. And I don't agree with 10 even one little bit. But I don't appreciate people getting kicked out of here just because of their opinion. Even the people who I completely disagree with, like for example the socialists, I never said I wanted them to get kicked out of Speaker's Corner, because even though they're spewing garbage, I think at least, it's still an opinion. It's still an opinion that should be, spoken about here. What I want to do is not to just shut people up. It's to show to the people who are looking, to the, onlookers, to the viewers, that some things here are not as trustworthy as others. Because as I usually say, the most rotten ideology in the world will seem pure and unbreakable as diamond if the preacher is persuasive. If the preacher is persuasive, you can spew bullshit all day, but people will listen to it. And what I want to do is to kind of counteract that and make people see that some arguments here are not very persuasive. And with that, I would like to announce the first group, the first ideology that I will start criticizing on the next Sunday. That I will bring research, and if they want to fight back, if they want to defend themselves, they should bring some people of their own to argue against me. Because I will bring some actual research to not just go around the bush and not just, make things up in my mind. And that group is the Flat Earth theorists. That's going to be the very first group that I'm going to tackle, because I don't want to start high up there. First of all, because I'm not that much of a great, amazing speaker to just immediately start with the strongest ideologies, with the most hard to debunk ideologies. And at the same time, I'd like to start calling attention to this gradually. So I'll start by the Flat Earth theorists, which are actually some people who are relatively easy to debunk. But the difference between debunking them and actually changing their mind is very big. Because debunking them is easy, it's just to tell them obvious things. But to actually change their mind, you need to go into it, you need to show them proof. Actual proof and actual logical arguments that debunk what they are saying. And with that, my little explanation here is over. And I'd like to see you guys next week in the argument against the Flat Earth theories. Thank you very much.
Content over everything from your Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
If you're a student going into Japan to work as a teacher, if you're a student going in there to study, you have absolutely no legal rights in Japan. In Britain we live in a democracy, we live under the rule of law. In Japan there's no such thing. And what I'm saying, that is a very, very dangerous situation, because what is happening now, and what has been happening for many years, is foreign men and women are being targeted by Japanese groups